It's a beautiful Sunday here on Football Therapy. Hey, what's going on, guys? Come on in, welcome on in, back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you are all doing well today. I really do hope that. Namaste, my sweet friends. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here, of course, where I see what's been said about Chelsea around the rags, giving you my opinion, but more importantly, asking for yours. And we're on striker watch yet again. Outgoings, ingoings, Abraham, Haaland, you know, the usual. Reading two articles today from the Metro and Eurosport respectively, giving my opinion on both the Aston Villa bid, reportedly, for Tammy Abraham, and an update on Eurosport, what they're saying about Erling Haaland, how Chelsea are determined to test the resolve of Borussia Dortmund. Consider subscribing to this channel if you're new to the experience. Hit the bell notifications icon if you do, because it is important, friends. And go check out Football Yannick. I'm doing like 3 videos, yeah, that's free. 3 videos a day over on that channel, talking about the Euros, talking about big transfer stories, and there's just loads of content you might dig. You can go subscribe to Football Yannick by clicking the link in the description. Do me the favor, sweet friends, #road to 10k subscribers. Alright then, let's start the video and start by talking about Tammy Abraham. So sad, it's a sad situation. Yeah, and it's getting more absurd. Yeah, okay. So Chelsea are selling off all their academy stars. No, only joking. This is business, man. This is football. This is what happens. Tomori is happy as Larry. He's had an amazing, beautiful journey to AC Milan, and now he's got a permanent transfer at a club he loves. And, you know, he still loves Chelsea. It all worked out for the best. Something similar is seemingly happening to Tammy Abraham. A peculiar situation, of course. Not favoured by Thomas Tuchel at all, to the point of not including him in certain squads that actually seemed quite questionable, to the point where, you know, to a manager where we have no right to question because he's won the bloody Champions League. Chelsea are the champions of Europe, of course. Ding, 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 ding. I will never stop. But it did seem kind of weird, the Tammy Abraham situation. Does look like he's on his way out to follow Tomori, which is sad. I mean, when Lampard first came in and we were winning those games with Tomori at the back and Tammy in attack, Chelsea didn't win the Champions League until Thomas Tuchel came in. But you know what I mean? It was a feel-good thing, and now they're both gonna be gone. It's the circle of life. Anyway, I'm gonna read a article from the Metro explaining what's happening with the Tammy Abraham situation. Aston Villa are preparing to submit a bid to Chelsea for Tammy Abraham, with the striker keen on a return to the Midlands club, according to reports. The 23-year-old is expected to leave Stamford Bridge this summer, having failed to secure a regular role in the team following Thomas Tuchel's arrival in January. Abraham's future under Tuchel was also made clear towards the end of the season when he failed to make either squad for the FA Cup or the Champions League finals. It was weird that he didn't make the squad, especially, you know, he's the top scorer in the Premier League. I think he was the top scorer in the FA Cup. To not make the squad, it really must be Tuchel's looked at him, spoken to his coaches and gone, no, he doesn't fit what I want to do. He can't do what I want him to do. And I understand why he'd want to return to Villa, because, you know, they're a good Premier League club now, they look like they're doing really well. And also, they love him. They loved Tammy Abraham on his loan when he scored all those goals and helped them got promoted into the Premier League. They always sing Tammy Abraham. Remember when we played Villa, when we think we lost to Aston Villa? Did we lose to them? It wasn't a positive result. But anyway, they kept singing Tammy Abraham's name. He did something on social media saying, like, I hear you, do you know what I mean? And he loves them, they love him, so you could understand why he would want to go back. According to the Daily Mirror, Villa are prepared to spend up to £40 million in order to sign Abraham on a permanent deal. The report also claims that Villa boss Dean Smith is quite keen for the club to secure a deal for Abraham as quickly as possible. It's also understood that Abraham is open to the prospect of rejoining Villa, who have already broken their club record transfer fee this summer with the £35 million signing of Emiliano Buendia from Norwich City. Yeah, it's pretty mad, like making moves, Buendia for 35 million, breaking their transfer record. They'd have to break it again for Tammy Abraham, but, you know, ambitious, going up the Premier League table, why not, I suppose? Abraham spent the 18-19 campaign on loan at Villa, scoring 26 goals and helping the club secure promotion to the Premier League. The striker also thanked Villa supporters who sung his name at Villa Park during their final Premier League game against Chelsea last month. That was it, the final Premier League game. Abraham has 2 years remaining on his current contract and has also been linked with West Ham and Crystal Palace. Yeah, he's been linked to West Ham quite heavily, and you'd argue they probably need him the most as a striker, because Aston Villa, they have Ollie Watkins, who's also a very good striker, has played very well. And to break the transfer record again to buy a striker that I don't think really they need is mental, but the fan base love him. He's really young, Tammy, so is Ollie Watkins actually. And maybe they could have an awesome strike partnership there for years and years to come. Tammy and Ollie, Watkins and Abraham, both two young English strikers. Watkins could be a little bit more like the little man and Tammy would be the big man, and that would be really cool if they could forge a long-term partnership. And like I said, they're both adored by the Villa fans, so I guess it's again a kind of a nice story. You know, there's a sad connotation of these academy stars coming through that look like they could do in the Premier League. 15 Premier League goals under Lampard in his first season, that's pretty decent. It's a shame how things worked out. But anyway, I mean, like, Chelsea were rubbing their hands together for 26 million for Tomori, free money essentially. They'll be doing the absolute same for 40 million pounds for Tammy Abraham with just 2 years left on his deal. So if it happens, it happens. I get it. Chelsea are in the business of winning right now, and they're trusting Thomas Tuchel to do that. And ultimately, you got to go with what the coach says, I guess, especially if players aren't signing new deals and don't want to go on loan. They want to play here and now, and if they can't, they go, and Chelsea just going to have to accept it and make money from it. So it's business, people. Speaking of Thomas Tuchel and his ambition to continue winning and moving on and hopefully developing and hopefully challenging for the Premier League, let's talk about the same position but seemingly a problem position, striker and Erling Haaland. Right, so I'm going to be citing and reading from an article from Eurosport, giving you the lowdown of what's happening with Erling Haaland across all stories and links, a consolidation, if you will, of the rumours, the gossip, the transfer news, the links, the sources, giving you an update of what's going on. Sources close to Chelsea are convinced that the club will test the water with Borussia Dortmund this summer in case they can jump the queue and sign the Norwegian sensation Erling Haaland a year before most clubs are expecting to go to auction for the striker. Reports Eurosport's football insider Dean Jones. When it says jump the queue before a bidding war, an auction war, there won't be auctions next summer. There'll be a buyout clause, and that's the whole deal, you know. It's not in the plans for Borussia Dortmund to sell Erling Haaland this summer, yet that does not mean the transfer is impossible. On the Greek island of Mykonos, Haaland has been taking a well-earned break, but his focus will soon be to turn to pre-season and the possibility of offers from Europe's biggest clubs. In England, it is Champions League winners Chelsea who are most likely to pursue a deal. In Spain, it's Real Madrid, who has already been linked with a bid. Dortmund are continuing to plan for one more campaign with their star striker. They feel he would like the idea of having his pick of the clubs when the €75 million release clause kicks in next summer. Maybe he'll like that because he'll have more options to pick. But all it means is the sort of lesser ambitious clubs will also be in for him. Maybe. I don't know. I think like Bayern Munich will be in for him. If he wants to go to Bayern, he can wait. However, there is still time for that to change. Heads could be turned. Sources close to Chelsea are convinced that they will test Dortmund's resolve. Chelsea do not like to wait. They like to make things happen. Oh yeah! Marina of Sky and her team of negotiators don't stand still in moments like this. We saw how fast they moved to sign Kai Havertz and Timo Werner last year, when the duo had been linked more heavily with moves to other clubs. Marina, Marina, Marina. The current market is strange, with financial fair play rules blurred. If Roman Abramovich is able to fund such a bid without fear of breaking any financial guidelines that risk future punishment, he is in a position to do so. His wealth has only grown grown over the course of the pandemic. Current economic landscape across the globe led to financial fair play rules being relaxed last June, and that has opened up a possibility for big clubs to flex with personal wealth. While that does not guarantee the pick of any player in the land, it could give them a chance to push boundaries. Figures working close to the German club are adamant they do not want to lose Haaland in the same window as Manchester United bound Jadon Sancho, yet also believe it would be difficult to ignore any offer that reaches 160 million euros. That is seen at the point where the narrative might change. That does seem like a lot of money. Like, a lot. We do not yet know what Chelsea intend to offer, but we do know that they have been working behind the scenes for months on personal relationships with people close to Haaland. The player is taking it in his stride as he yet knows discussions have been going on that might change the path of his career. It is believed Chelsea have already laid out the terms that they would be willing to offer, just as they have done with Inter Milan's Romelu Lukaku. Their pursuit of a number 9 is a priority. Alright, so it's good to know Chelsea are really serious regardless, that they will go for him big time no matter what. Apart from whether Chelsea can offer enough cash to force Dortmund into a sale though, there is a question mark over Haaland's own plans. Until now, Chelsea has not been seen as the club he would most likely look to join, but that may have changed given their aggressive moves in the market, ruthless decision to axe Frank Lampard and bring in Thomas Tuchel, and their new status as European champions. Champions of Europe, we know what we are. That could absolutely convince Erling Haaland, look man, we're serious. Not only do we have an incredible squad, incredible manager, we have the serious ambition to make moves, and it's London. London's bloody wicked. What do you think, mate? I think probably, personally, I think he'd like that. So we'll have to see what happens. Basically, this article is indicating Chelsea will go with an aggressive stance right till the end, and as things stand, they're doing lots of work to create relationships with his camp, and they want to make it happen. Roman Abramovich wants to make it happen, so we'll see what happens. It's pretty exciting. Let me know what you think about both stories. Tammy Abraham situation, express your thoughts, feelings and emotions on that, and do you think Chelsea could actually pull off the Erling Haaland deal this summer? I fear if it's not done this summer, we won't get him. So let me know what you think. Comment down below, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and go check out Football Yannick. Thanks for all that admin, friends. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double, silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.